everyone, it's Anime Rose back at 2016 Vans Warped Tour, and I'm here with the lovely
Corn.
Corn 2. We got in a fight this morning, and now we're in separate bands. He's in Corn, but he wanted to keep the name, so I'm in Corn Point 2.
Good enough. All right, so you guys are on Warped Tour. How's it going?
Warm and better. It's been cool.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell you what you probably hear all the time is like it's so hot, and
I want to
but
tell them different.
I have the sunburn to prove it.
Oh, dude, wait, are you allowed to take off your shirt?
Yeah,
Is that? Just show them at
Just
least
my
like.
back.
Dude, okay, show them. Hey, that could be the thumbnail, but hey, check it.
My
Did you
back.
see the thing like on the sunscreen thing where the girls go?
Like
Just show them that line,
Okay.
because that's the fucking one.
I mean,
And then we'll talk to it. Is it? Yeah.
see my back?
Yeah. Okay. Now turn. Turn.
see it, huh?
Yeah, dude. You can fucking see it.
Is it obvious?
It's so real. Look at this.
I'm so sorry.
Look at that. That's so damn real.
I'm sorry.
Wow, well, yeah, Warped Tour for you. Okay. In February, Alternative Press did a segment on you guys, talking about the 5 things that you should know about water parks before you blow up. Now, in a matter of months, you guys...
Before we fucking die. Before someone licks us our van. Okay, sorry.
It's okay. Now, in just a matter of months, you've gone from who you should know to being on the cover of an Alternative Press magazine for Warped Tour. How has that been?
My mom was so proud. She bought 12 copies of the magazine and then sent me. She's like, "Look, it came in the mail today." I was like, "Dude, I could have gotten you those," but well, first I was like, "Holy shit, you got 12!" And then I was like, "You didn't have to do that." Yeah, and she also got 2 of the because there were like some signed posters that came with like some kind of certain pre-order thing, and she got 2 posters that I signed. I was like, "Mom, I'll write my name on whatever you want. You don't have to do this."
It's pretty bizarre because like you've had an AP subscription since I first met you.
Dude, I've had it since before. Like,
Yeah.
I was like 14. I met him when I was like 17.
Yeah, so he's had an AP subscription forever. So he has like this whole stash of like almost every
Yeah, I've never thrown them out.
almost every copy of AP. I mean, I know I'd come over and I'd just read all your magazines and be like, "Hey, what's up?" and then start thumbing through. But
Yeah.
it's weird because now you have one more to add to the stash and you're on it.
I haven't been home to do that.
It's weird.
It's so nuts though.
How did you guys receive the news about the cover?
Uh,
And how did you react?
Yeah, we were actually, all 3 of us were at a Panic at the Disco and Fall Out Boy show. And it was back in Houston. It was like before we had to leave to go do stuff. And our label called me, and they were like they were like yelling over music and stuff. They were like, "Hey," and like they called me back whenever the band was done. I probably could have skipped that part of the story. It's okay. They told me, they're like, "Yeah, you're gonna be on the cover of AP," and like my first thing I was just like, and then I was like, "Why? Like, why me?"
Yeah.
And 'cause, like there's so many other like. I mean, obviously bigger people. You know what I mean? Like fucking Are we allowed to say bad words? Like flipping Newfound Glory and Yellow Card and the stories so far. Like just really everyone. Like there's so many like massive people that they could stick on there. I was like, why? And I was like, fuck! And I was being like loud and annoying, but I couldn't like yell about it because there were like people around and I wasn't supposed to talk about it yet. But I was like, guys. This is the thing. And yeah, I kind of just spazzed. I went primal.
Okay, so you guys have been on Warped Tour before, but just like single show,
Yeah, just like
hometown show. How has the experience compared? I mean, obviously now you're on the whole thing, so.
It is eventful. Like from the time we wake up in the morning until the time we fall asleep, we're busy all day. So I mean that's way different than doing the Ernie Ball thing where you just show up and you play and then you hardly sell any merch and then you go home. And you get to go home and bask in the glory of
you get to go home,
AC.
put aloe vera on
Yeah.
yourself, play with your dog or whatever. Like it's so different. This like That one's like, okay, I'm gonna try and not get sunburned today. This one's like, okay, I'm gonna try and not get sunburned for 2 months. And
And you see how that's going.
ooh, dude, though. Okay, time out. Catering. Oh my God.
Yes.
Let's give a shout out to catering. The-
It's happening.
Like we did the like the other big tour we did, like it was like mostly House of Blues, and we thought that catering was bomb as fuck. Dude, out here, you guys you guys get catering right today? Okay, just tell them you're in like I don't know. Real Big Fish has like 12 members, right? Just be like, I'm one of them, and
I'm one of the real big fish.
I'm one of the really big fish.
By the way, everyone should watch Big Fish.
Watch Big Fish. That's such a good movie.
It's a very good movie.
Yes, the one with Ewan McGregor.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know.
Yes.
There you
I'm
go.
all about that. What's your favorite place that you guys have performed at, either on this tour or just any tour you guys have been on?
Are you asking like favorite show?
Favorite show and/or location?
Houston on this tour,
Yeah, I think
because we hadn't been back to our hometown in a while.
since we've been doing like cool shit.
Yeah, so it had been a little bit since we'd gotten to play for, you know, our friends and family, and you know people that
It's
people
stressing
that
out a little, though.
that know us, you know, like coming up. So that's really cool. That was really exciting. That was a fun show.
Yeah. It was also kind of like spooky though because since we hadn't really been back, we had to. It was like our days are already like jam packed with like everything. If you get a free moment, you're just like, and you lay down for like 5 minutes. But in Houston, it was like everybody was like wanting to hang and talk and everything. Like the whole time I was like, fuck. Okay. But yeah, that was a really fun show. All the House of Blues are really fun to play too. I really like those. Air conditioning is nice. It's so much harder to play out here and like sing. Like there are certain notes that I normally don't have issues with at all, and I'll be doing them and like halfway through holding them out, I'm like, dang, I'm like really tired right now. Dude, I don't know what it is, but like, I mean, it's probably the thick Florida air. But it was also like at Houston and stuff too. Like,
Thick Houston air.
probably that thick summer air. Let's say those thick Air Jordans.
What's a place that you guys would like to perform at one day? Either like a country you aspire to perform in, or just a venue that you guys have heard of.
I heard Southern Turkey's just kicking.
I think Canada would be pretty cool.
Why? I heard, like every band who complains about that because they say you cannot get signal ever.
I stick by it.
I think the Moose give off like the Wi-Fi from their
Oh,
antlers, so you
yeah.
have to go chasing it.
Moose Eye, fuck up the Wi-Fi.
Okay.
For Japan.
I could do Japan. I would eat a bug.
Japan,
Use a
eat
bug.
bug. Yeah, I guess that's what Japan's useful for. Eating bugs. Okay. Last question before we do a little game. No, we're gonna do a little game afterwards. So
Okay,
calm
cool.
your horses. What would you say are the biggest obstacles that bands face today, and what is your take on how to conquer them?
I'm gonna go with when you get to the point where labels are involved and everything. This is a legitimate answer, by the way. I'm not about to talk about poop or anything. Like, it's... No, I know. I'm giving a real answer here. There's so many chances to... Or there's so many people giving input on what they think you should be doing. And there's so many opportunities where people are like... I mean, there's a billion songwriters out there. There's a billion, like, marketing people. You need to have your own fucking vision and stick to it. Otherwise, you're going to sound like the 10 other bands those people are like consulting for. You're going to look like them. You're going to have the same like aesthetic and everything. Just do your own shit. The hardest part is not giving into that because I think it seems like it's so easy for people, or at least enough people give into it to where, or enough bands to where it seems like it's very difficult for people. So getting your own shit together and having a unique enough idea and approach to things to where you can actually stand out and not be cool for 6 months and then become one of those stagnant bands that doesn't move up? That is my answer. Let's talk about that game now.
Okay. You guys have heard of senior superlatives? Like in high school, you win best smile, best legs, or most likely to this, most likely to succeed, etc. We're gonna do that, but it's gonna be slightly different, and you guys are gonna nominate all your band members. Okay. Yeah? Okay. So the first one is most likely to be arrested at Walmart.
If Jeff's been drinking, Jeff. If no one's been drinking, me.
Yeah, that's definitely the correct answer. Yeah, because
Oh,
do you want to tell them about?
this actually? I'll tell them about Starcast. Yeah. No, I'll tell them. But actually, there's a thing I've been meaning to send to the group chat of you. You were looking sassy as hell in this Walmart the other day, and I took some pictures of you without you knowing.
Oh, great.
Hang on. Dude, it was like the ultimate power stance. Check this out. Dude, look how sassy he looks.
Dang it.
Hang on.
Awesome. Great. Great.
I was laughing
It's because
so
you
hard
guys.
at that.
Okay, so you had like 2 items each to
I
buy.
had Twizzlers, dude.
Okay, well there,
buying Twizzlers.
and instead of getting in the very minimal 10 items or less line, you guys are like, let's just stand behind everybody and their grandmother for 30 minutes.
Dude, there were literally 2 things open, and they both had like 30 people. And I was like, if everybody else is, I mean, if it was just me being like, I want Twizzlers, I would have just bounced. But like Jeff, our video guy was like, I need a blanket, and so he was getting a blanket, and Jeff's like, I need sunscreen, I don't want to burn to death. I'm like, oh. So he was getting that. So I was with them. It wasn't just like I'm holding y'all up for Twizzlers. You know what I mean?
To go back to your question.
Oh, wait, what was the question? Oh, yeah, Walmart.
Yeah, I feel like if Jeff's been drinking, probably
He'll
Jeff.
touch someone's face, and it'll just go off.
Yeah, he'll get aggressive with the wrong person and get in trouble. Or Austin just,
Oh, Towel Castles. This is what we're gonna
Go ahead.
So, I actually haven't got to do.
He's already been in Walmart. You dodged.
I dodged it. My friend, the video guy, if you see him out here, he's got red hair. He got caught and taken to Walmart jail, but I escaped because I saw them coming, and I just bounced with the quickness. I was like, this isn't a thing for me. So I was like, bah! But they got him. So what happened? That was a while back too. That's like before they could put you in like real jail, I think. But we used to do this thing all the time. I haven't done it lately, but it was called Towel Castle, like building a towel castle. So the way it works is, in Walmart the aisles are like, not the aisles. I'm sorry. Yeah, I think there's like another word for it. No, not the aisle. The thing in between all the aisles, like all the shit on it. So, anyways, they're like from like here to like over here, and there's like paper towels on each side. And now usually they're all just kind of like on the ground, like down in there, maybe a couple like here and there. What you got to do is act like you're, you got to act like you're looking for paper towels. Like, what about this one? And you just kind of build up the wall, right? And you go do it on the other side. And when no one's looking, you kind of like turn them like a door and you go in. And so they're all separated by these bars, like each section where it's like different brands. You know what I mean? It's like Bounty or whatever the fuck other brands are that aren't Bounty. Shout out to Bounty, we're sponsored now. So each one of those, they're basically like from here to like here, and that counts as one room. Now my goal has been to get 5 rooms to where like I've made walls along each thing. You know what I mean? Okay, but it's tricky because you have to build up. Well, one, I always try and build up a double layer. Like once you're inside it, you have to like build up a secondary wall because then otherwise if somebody takes one of the things, you'll be totally exposed. You know what I mean? And so
So you're trying to build your walls while people are trying to take down your walls.
Right.
Because they legitimately need paper towels and you're just goofing off building a towel.
it takes a long time. It's very extrospective, if I'm being real with you. I mean, you got to use your brain, but but the towels are very much on the physical plane, and so you you just keep going. I've gotten up to 3.5 rooms to where I could go along with like a bunch of different sections. Now it sucks whenever like this has happened multiple times where little kids have come in.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You were there for that, right?
I was there for that one. Okay, I did this with him once. I got suckered in once where I was like, fine, I'll do this with you. And so stupid. But we were building the walls, and then, well, what he told me is like, okay. So before we hopped in there, you grabbed a feather duster.
Oh, yeah,
He grabbed a feather duster from another section. He just like tickled people's legs when they walk by, and then just retract his arm back in, and people would look and just be completely spooked because they feel something tickle their leg, and they're like, holy shit, what's going on?
So little kids, little people are like,
Oh, and then he'd do it to younger kids too, just like and I feel so bad about this, but I mean,
You'd be like, Mom,
well,
it's a kitty.
yeah, they're like some tickle me, and they just think you're a kid, you have an active imagination. They're like, that's nothing.
But they're like, okay, sometimes little kids would actually make their way in because like we'd block it enough to where like adults can't see us, but kids are at that perfect height to where they could see past this. It's like this one little.
They can see there.
And they'll go, Mommy, there's people in there. I'm like, fuck. And like, if I was that parent, I'd be horrified. I'd be like, they're seeing ghosts. I need to like send them away. This is fucked. But occasionally, like kids would come in. I remember there was this one girl. She came in. She's like, "What are y'all doing?" I was like, "Oh God!"
It scared the hell out of me because we were trying to build another wall, and then behind me we hear this little voice. It's like, "What are you doing?"
And we're like, "Oh no!" And we're like,
then-
"We need to be very quiet. You should leave."
And this also, I mean, that just looks really
Dude,
bad,
like,
too.
imagine if you were like an adult and you pulled open this thing and there's like some like teenage guys and like this little girl in there hanging out in the paper towels. That would look really bad.
Yeah, so I mean,
We're like, "Please go."
I got away quickly. I was like, nope.
One time, my dad. This will be the last thing I say about it because I realized this is like a very short question.
Yeah,
One time, my dad called me when I was in a towel castle, and he's like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm in a towel castle. I can't really talk right now." And he's like, "Okay, cool." And we live like 5 minutes from, or no, less than 5 minutes from this Walmart, just a couple minutes from this Walmart. And maybe about 5 minutes later, he comes in and just destroys the wall. He's walking by with a cart. He doesn't even acknowledge us or anything. He just goes, bah. And I was like, no. And he's just walking by smiling. I was like, fucking Dad, no. Yeah. Anyway, towel castles are fun. Do them.
Yeah.
Next, very short question.
Most likely to live alone and adopt 6 cats.
Live alone, adopt 6 cats.
Separate? Okay. Most likely to accidentally corrupt the minds of young children.
Hey, stop poking me. You don't know.
This guy.
Is it all the cults? Is it because I keep starting cults?
It's just everything. It's everything.
Okay, best legs.
Auto. It's auto. Auto. I've got the stupidest legs. They're like hairy because I'm like a 4th Greek. And then I've got a big scar right here because I had a surgery. My legs are stupid. His are a little muscular and tan.
Your legs have character, though.
That's why I hide them. Look at that.
I don't know.
I was actually, dude. I was gonna wear bathing suit.
Jeff's got nice long legs too.
His are longer, but yours are more toned.
I don't know.
I'm more likely to. I was about to say more likely to eat off yours, but I don't know about that. His thing is, yours are toned better, but his smell better. Like his knees smell better.
Like some super leg combination.
Yeah, just super boy leg.
Children together. His leg will be fun.
Just get the super boy leg.
Okay, most likely to die and reincarnate as a roach for all your terrible deeds.
Blake, our imaginary
Our bassist Blake.
Okay, next one. Most likely to fall down a well while texting.
Okay, time the fuck out. So, like, anytime we're anywhere, Otto's texting and just looking at his phone and being very, very slow. Otto is the one who, because, okay, I've been walking and texting and not paying attention to shit since I was like 13, but Otto just got a phone, or a real phone anyway, like one without buttons. And So he's still kind of getting used to it, I think. I think he's the one who would fall in. Unless Jeff's been drinking, then Jeff would fall in.
That's fair, I guess.
Jeff seems to be the drinker or something?
He's the only one who drinks.
Okay, well. Most likely to be in a Mean Girls movie.
Austin.
I'm a sassy piece of shit, and I would accept that role with open arms and open legs.
Most likely to be in a Miley Cyrus music video.
Austin.
I would accept that role with open arms and open legs.
Most likely to get catfished.
Austin.
I catfish myself every day. I make Twitter accounts, and I'm like, you're beautiful. And then I'm like, hell yeah, you want to meet up? And I'm like, cool, meet me in the Walmart bathroom. And then we go there, and I'm staring at myself. I'm like, you look different. And then I just make out with myself for like hours.
All right. There was a brief period of time when we were hanging out. We'd do band practice, and then, we'd break for food. But he would make us watch Catfish. He would make us watch that show,
It was
Catfish.
a small phase.
I was like, please, for the love of God, anything but Catfish. And he was like, no, we're watching Catfish. Like, this is great. He's just laughing at all these poor people that are just looking for love in all the wrong places.
Looking for love in the right places, the internet. Everyone I've ever loved I've met on the internet.
Most likely to accidentally say something stupid in an inappropriate moment.
On stage every day.
Maybe Jeff?
If Jeff's been drinking.
Okay, so we have painted an unfair picture of Jeff thus far if you don't know him, but
He doesn't drink always, just when he drinks.
okay. So Jeff's a big sweetheart, but he has like one outburst a week. He has like a weekly outburst where he says one thing that just makes you go shit.
We're all just like, oh my
like
God,
where'd you bottle that up?
Can you say that?
Yeah, like that's terrible.
Yeah,
So
he's like so sweet all the time, and then he'll just like this big violent outburst.
yeah,
of
he'll have
something,
like
just
he'll have like a one sentence like hate dump where
Yeah.
it just comes out.
I'm cool with it.
And you look at him like shit.
Because we're all semi-hateful all the time, and he's real sweet, and then just has that like one. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we're slowly dribbling our spit onto people, like whatever. And then he'll come in and just be like, "I'll kill your family." Like.
So maybe that's a possibility.
Yeah.
Wrong place, wrong time. Hate dump from
Yeah.
Jeff.
Stay away from Jeff, in case.
Okay, we have two more. Most likely to be lured into a kidnapping by fangirls.
Okay. See, the thing is,
You.
why are all these me? if someone's like, hey, come here for a picture, like I'm not gonna say no or whatever. You know what I mean? So I mean, if there's like people in a van like, hey kid, come here for a picture, I'll be like, okay.
Get the good old frying pan to the head and then get dragged off.
The good old frying pan to the
The
head.
good old frying pan to the head.
Yeah.
Or just big old burlap sack. Just like, hey, come over here, take a picture, and then
I get kidnapped in like cartoon form.
yeah, like big net or think like Looney Tunes where someone just throws a black hole somewhere and then they throw him in there and then just peel the hole out and so now he's just like in someone's
Dude,
basement.
okay, that would be like aliens though, and I'd be so okay with that. If any aliens found Wi-Fi, and out of all the stuff on the internet are watching this, take me.
Okay, and the final one. Most likely to be caught in drag.
Doing that.
I'm gonna either say three-way tie because we all like to put on our mom's underwear, and well, my mom's underwear specifically. It feels good. Stop laughing. My mom's underwear on. Sometimes, like when we're hanging out, we have like an off day or whatever at home. I fish out her wedding dress from the cupboard.
From the cupboard.
I didn't want to laugh at that. Damn it. I fish out my mom's wedding dress from the cupboard. She's got a lot of slippers and nice high tops. Otto puts those on to get taller. Jeff puts on all her fancy hats. She's got one of those Coachella hats. Comes with Wi-Fi in it. He wears that. On normal days, I'm gonna say if Jeff's been drinking. Jeff. Wait. Blake wears flip-flops.
All right. Well, it seems like we need a little intervention for your friend Jeff, maybe. But anyway, it's been a complete pleasure and an honor to be with you guys. So thank you so much for
Thank you.
expanding your answers greatly.
Sharing your AC with us.
Sorry for our ranting and rambling.
It's all good. Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Shalom.
Wait, can I do one more thing? Is this still recording? Fuck Bing! We got beef. I just have to plug it. It's like a sponsor. It's like an anti-sponsorship.
Okay, well. Slay.